Hey, brothers and sisters, Brother Ronnie coming at you again today. It's still morning here. It's 10:58, just before lunch sometime. I'm on Central Time Zone right now, and I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm here doing this video because I have a message, and it couldn't be any more important. And I've titled this video, "Will Your Name Appear on the Missing List?" And there's a reason that I did that. So we're all aware of the events the event that's happening in Hawaii, specifically on the island of Maui, in the town or city of Lahaina. And that list of missing people is growing, and I'm certain it's probably going to grow by the day. In case you didn't know, I was raised on Maui and in Lahaina. I finished my grade school, middle school years, attended high school there, got married there, joined the police department there, worked there for many years. I have a lot of family there, and I have a lot of friends there. And so last night, I decided that I was going to look up a list, try to find a list of names that would let me know possibly who the missing are, who the victims are, because I'm certain that, I was at least certain last night, that I'm going to know a lot of those victims. So my heart has been very heavy because of this. And so after looking at the list last night, I saw many, many, many names of missing people that I know, that I've grown up with, and it's their families and their extended families. We call Hawaii a melting pot. When you say ohana, that means family, and you truly are family, even with your neighbors. And Lahaina is a small enough community, I suppose. It's grown over the years, but small enough community that everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows your family in some way. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. My brother and his wife live there, and I can tell you that their son, my nephew, is missing at this point. We don't know where he's at yet. I haven't heard anything back yet. Communication is difficult right now, but I'm hoping to hear something back soon. So to find out whether or not he's okay. I've got friends on that list, and so they're still missing. When I looked last night, there were up to 3,000 people on that list. Now, with that said, the list does get updated to those who have been found. It's coordinated or coded, and many have been found, but there are just as many that are still missing. So your prayers are coveted for sure. With that, I have to tell you something else. This made me realize last night that we are going to see more of these types of things happen, perhaps in this country, before we depart, before we leave. So no one's immune from that, and that leads me back to this list. The bigger question is your name going to appear on the list or a list? And I think you know what I'm trying to get at here. And that is, when the rapture occurs, think about this for a minute. There's going to be a list or lists. Now, however the missing are listed, it could be country-wise, it could be state, provinces, it could be all of those things, but there's going to be a massive, massive list of perhaps 1 billion people. Who knows what the number is going to be? Your guess is as good as mine, of missing people. And when I say missing, I don't necessarily mean missing because they became a victim of the rapture. For example, traveling on an aircraft, pilots are taken out in the rapture, and the plane goes down. Those people pass away. Those who are not saved are going to perish, right? Anybody who was raptured off the plane is already gone. It's the church, it's the bride of Christ, that's us. But that list is going to be massive. So, if you're not saved, you've got to ask yourself right now, is my name going to be on that list or those lists? And more importantly, there's even a bigger list than that. It's called the Book of Life. Is your name going to be written in that Book of Life? You can call it a list, whatever you want. But you need to make sure that your name is going to be written in that book. If you don't know Christ, now's the time. And if you think that this is going to get any better, it's not. Wrath is upon this nation. Wrath is upon the world. And things are going to get much worse the moment the tribulation starts. Jacob's trouble. That's imminent. That's any time now. So please, please get saved. And then I want to read you something here from Revelation chapter 20. And it's going to be verse 15. And although I'm going to read this, it wasn't my intent to find this specific scripture. Especially after I've got family and friends or on this list, or at least friends on this list for now, and a missing nephew. Not necessarily the scripture that I wanted to read, but I think it's appropriate considering this fire. Again, Revelation chapter 20, verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book, the list of life, was cast into the lake of fire. So am I saying that this fire in Hawaii is the lake of fire? I'm not directly, but if any of those friends of mine or extended family members or people I didn't even know weren't saved and didn't know Christ, you can bet it's the lake of fire. So I pray for those families, all of those families, of all those missing people, all the victims. And the victim number is rising. And I'm sure it's going to continue. We know how this happens. It's going to continue to rise. So I am sorrowful. There's no doubt about that. I've been sitting for the last couple days just, I'm not sure how to describe it. There's a waiting period here to find out all those people that are about to be identified as being victims of this fire. And I'm certain that I'm going to know quite a few of them. It's a tragedy, but God is the only one I lean on right now, and I trust. And it should be that way for all of us. Put God first. My faith gets me through this. Sure, there's going to be some pain involved. The pain, I think, is related to not knowing if any or how many of them knew Christ. Isn't that the ultimate question? We don't know. We don't have that answer. Did they come to Christ at the last moment of their life? I don't know. That's why it's more important for you to get saved if you're unsaved. If you're watching this video, don't hesitate anymore. It's not a joke anymore. Never was a joke. But to a lot of people it is. So please get saved. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Keep your prayers coming. I pray for you all, as I always do every day, multiple times a day. My prayer has increased daily. It has gone from, maybe every couple of hours to just moment by moment. When I'm driving, I pray. I mean, it could be anywhere at any time, but just pray. If you're unsaved, get saved. pray that you're found worthy. God bless you. I love you. See you all soon. If not in the air,